Hello guys, it's Friday and only 2 days left before spring break is over. Incorporating reading to your child in today's technologically driven world can be challenging, but spending 30 minutes or so reading with your child can be manageable. For today's video, I'm going to show you the read aloud reading technique, and I am going to read one of the stories in Bedtime Stories, Goldilocks and the Three Bears. Okay, so this is quite a long story, and I'm sure Brian will get tired in the middle of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the read aloud technique, wherein I have to change my voices according to the character of the story. The first thing you have to do is complete the picture walk, and do not read the story yet. Talk about what happened in the picture. There you go. And then discuss and ask questions before reading. And then as you go read, you have to track print so that the child can follow along, and then change your voices according to the character of the story. Okay, are you ready? Here we go.
This is like small, medium, and big.
Yeah, small, medium, and big. Small, medium, big. That's right. Very good. Okay, let's go to the next picture.
You tried the chair.
Oh, she tried this chair, but
the wooden one's chair broke.
oh no. Yes, because it's too small for her. You think? Why it broke?
Maybe it's too heavy.
Yeah, she's too heavy for the small chair. Uh-oh. That's funny.
And it broke.
Ah, what happened to her in the next picture?
He tried the bed. She tried the bed.
Yeah, maybe she gets tired of walking around the
Wait,
forest.
they're coming.
Oh, and the bear and the family is coming. I'm gonna read it to Brian, and Brian can just listen. But I'll track print so that Brian can follow along. Okay? So it's too hot, exclaimed Baby Bear, tasting the porridge in his wee little bowl. We must let the porridge cool for a little while, agreed Papa Bear and Mama Bear. After they tasted the porridge in their bowls, the three bears decided to go for a walk while their hot breakfast cooled. Mama Bear took her basket in case they happened to find ripe blackberries to put on top of their porridge. Okay, Bradley, what's the reason they left?
So they can make the porridge warm.
Cool.
So cool.
Yes, and then they can pick what? Why the Mama Bear is bringing a basket? So they can pick.
So they can pick strawberries and cherries and
Yeah,
stuff.
they can find ripe blackberries to put on top of their porridge. Okay, let's go find out. Now, it has just happened that a little girl named Goldilocks was out walking in the woods that morning, all by herself. She had been walking since quite early and was feeling rather tired. She was hungry as well, because she had left her house without eating breakfast. When Goldilocks saw the bear's little house, she thought it was the perfect place to rest. Goldilocks marched up to the front door and knocked. Knock, knock, knock. But there was no answer. The bears were still out taking their walk, so Goldilocks just let herself in. Oh, that's why. Now, Goldilocks saw the 3 bowls of porridge. Her mouth started to water and her stomach started to rumble at once. When you're hungry, your stomach rumbled, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. She decided that she simply must eat the porridge. First, she dipped a spoon in the great big bowl that belonged to Papa Bear. Ooh, the porridge is too hot, she cried. Next, she tried a middle-sized bowl that belonged to Mama Bear. This porridge is too cold, she said. Last, she had a taste from the wee little bowl that belonged to Baby Bear. This porridge is just right, she said, and she gobbled it all up. Oh, that's why the baby bear is crying in the picture. Okay. After she had eaten the porridge, Goldilocks wanted to rest. She went into the bear's sitting room where she saw 3 chairs. First, she sat down in a great big chair. "This chair is too hard," she said. Next, she tried a middle-sized chair. "This chair is too soft," she said, struggling to get out. It's too soft." Last, she tried a wee little chair that was just the right size for her to sit in. "This chair is just right," she smiled. But Goldilocks sat down so hard that the wee little chair broke all to pieces. Oh no!
But she's just gonna leave it.
Yes, that's right. Let's see. By this time, Goldilocks was very sleepy. She tiptoed up the stairs and found 3 beds. First, she lay down in a great big bed. "This bed is too high at the head," she said. Next, she tried a middle-sized bed. "This bed is too high at the foot," she frowned. Lastly, Goldilocks lay down on Baby Bear's wee little bed, and she said, "This bed is just right." Soon, Goldilocks fell fast asleep. Is that she sleep like that? No. I sleep like that. A short time later, the 3 bears returned home from their walk. They noticed right away that things were not quite right. Papa Bear looked at his great big bowl of porridge and said in his great big voice, "Someone has been eating my porridge." Mama Bear looked at her middle-sized bowl of porridge and said in her middle-sized voice, "Someone has been eating my porridge." Baby Bear looked at his wee little bowl and said in his wee little voice, "Someone has been eating my porridge and has eaten it all up." Okay. The 3 bears then went into their sitting room. When he saw his great big chair, Papa Bear said in his great big voice, "Someone has been sitting in my chair." Mama Bear looked at her middle-sized chair and said in her middle-sized voice, "Someone has been sitting in my chair." Baby Bear looked at his wee little chair and cried in his wee little voice, "Someone has been sitting in my chair and has broken it all to pieces." Whoa! Is that how she cried? That's funny.
I know.
How did he cry?
Wait.
Like a baby. Yes, because he's a baby, right? And he has a wee little voice. Yes. The 3 bears went up the stairs to their bedroom. Papa Bear looked at his great big bed and said in his great big voice, "Someone has been sleeping in my bed." When Mama Bear looked at her middle-sized bed, she said in her middle-sized voice, "Someone has been sleeping in my bed." You're gonna be Baby Bear, okay? Baby Bear looked at his wee little bed and cried in his wee little voice, "Someone has been sleeping in my bed, and there she is." How do you say it? "Someone has been sleeping in my bed, and there she is."
Is this like obvious?
How do you see that in a wee little voice? Okay. Baby Bear's wee little voice woke Goldilocks. She sat up to find 3 bears staring at her. They did not look pleased to see her. Oh, they're not happy seeing her. And then, quick as a wink, she rolled out of bed and ran straight to the window. She jumped right and ran off as fast as her legs would carry her. The 3 bears never saw Goldilocks again. The end.